Welcome to the tutorial on using Instagram as a journalistic tool. This tutorial will discuss the relevancy of Instagram to a journalist's work. It will also describe how you can effectively use Instagram in your professional endeavors. Instagram was founded in 2010 by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger as a way for people to share photos directly from their phones. Originally, it was only available as an iOS app for iPhones. However, within a year, there was an Android app, and by 2012, there was a website you could access from your computer. Instagram was so successful so quickly that it caught the eye of Facebook, and in 2012, Facebook purchased the business for $1 billion. Instagram has over 1 billion registered users, with 500 million of those users logging in on a daily basis. Approximately 68% of Instagram users are female, and 59% of users are under 30 years old. On average, users spend about 28 minutes a day on Instagram. Therefore, if you're targeting a young demographic, especially a young female demographic, then Instagram is an important social media network for you to use. Just viewing what other people are posting on Instagram can be helpful for brainstorming effective story ideas, too. Instagram can be a useful resource for gathering information about people, such as their job, website, hobbies, etc., and finding photographs of people, which can be very helpful if you're reporting a story about someone and need a photograph of him. In addition, Instagram will allow you to connect with a number of sources. Journalists and experts in the field who you admire may have profiles you can follow. Plus, you can always add your sources that you've interviewed so that you can easily keep in touch with them in case you need to interview them again in the future. Instagram is most helpful for staying connected with lots of people to whom you can promote your articles. On Instagram, people, businesses, and news organizations post photos as well as short videos of up to 60 seconds to show what they are working on, what the latest products or news developments are, or what hobbies they're enjoying. Therefore, you'll want to follow them so you can stay up to date on things going on in your field. Additionally, there's something called Instagram Television, which is known as IGTV. On that, people can post longer videos from their cell phones. Those videos can be up to 1 hour in length. When you compose an Instagram post, you'll obviously need a picture or short video. Once you have that, you also need to write a caption. The ideal caption length for engaging other Instagram users is 125 to 150 characters. After your caption, you'll want to add hashtags that relate to the subject matter your photo or video depicts. Once you post a photo or video to Instagram, other people can comment on it, which can start a digital conversation. Often the comments are fairly short and hopefully positive, but sometimes you'll see true discussions form or you'll find negative comments. People can also love a photo or video by clicking on the heart icon under a photo. For posts you really like and want to go back to in the future, you can save them by clicking on the ribbon icon that appears under the post. In addition, you can follow hashtags you're interested in on Instagram. For example, if your capstone project focuses on the Me Too movement's efforts in Orlando, then you could follow hashtag MeToo and hashtag Orlando. On Instagram, it's particularly important that you completely fill out your profile with an introduction that explains who you are so that people know why they should follow you, as well as a link to your website and a nice photo of yourself. Your photo shouldn't be too staged. It should show some personality while still being somewhat professional. Once you create your profile, you'll want to search for people and hashtags to follow. You can follow friends, colleagues, sources, experts in the field, businesses in the industry, and general news organizations so that you stay up to date on the latest information. Then, start looking at the posts that pop up in your Instagram feed. Look at whether you're finding pictures of people, whether the captions or hashtags tell you where they're located, and look at what the pictures show people doing. That way you can tell what your sources and relevant experts in the field are up to, as well as where they're gathering the most information from. After you get comfortable with the format of Instagram, you'll want to start commenting on posts and engaging in digital conversations with people. That way you'll get more people to follow you. Then start sharing photos and videos yourself so that you can entertain your followers. In order to build deeper connections with people, you can also direct message them, at least when you're on the app, by clicking on the icon that looks like a paper plane and sending them a message, kind of like an email. To find more people to follow, use the Discover button that looks like a circle with a diamond inside it. You'll see a whole bunch of photos and videos pop up that Instagram thinks you might be interested in. Those profiles and hashtags are good to start following to get continual updates from those people. On Instagram, hashtags are extraordinarily important. Captions tend to be short, and details like geographic locations tend to be placed in the hashtags that appear after a caption. Studies show that posts with 9 hashtags get the most engagement from followers. The trick, though, is to use relevant hashtags, and preferably ones that are specific to what your picture or video depicts. For example, you wouldn't want to use the hashtag USA if you're posting a picture of something that's in Orlando. You'll want to be more specific and use the hashtag Orlando in that case. Keep in mind that Instagram will let you include hashtags in your comments too, so you can make those searchable as well by adding hashtags to those. When you post on Instagram, you'll want to post during times when you know your connections are likely to be online. Instagram is used most between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on weekdays, as well as 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on weekdays. Additionally, please keep in mind that Instagram is all about eye-popping images, so you'll want to post high-quality images on this social media network. When you try to upload a photo from your phone, you'll be given the option to put a filter on it. Play with the filters, see what makes your photo look best so that you'll get the most attention from the most number of people. Please keep in mind, though, that Instagram is meant to be a way to display what you're currently doing at that particular instant. So you can only upload pictures from your mobile device, not from your computer. As we've discussed before, it's very important to ask questions in your social media posts in order to engage people in conversations and motivate them to click on the link to your article that appears in your profile. Remember, though, that your questions need to be ones that people have to read your article in order to get the answer to. You should not include the answer to the question within your social media post, since that would eliminate the need for people to go to your website and read your article. In order to avoid repetition, you want to post high-energy, intriguing, and controversial comments related to your subject matter on your Instagram posts when you're promoting your articles. You will not, however, want to write, "Check out my latest article," or anything similar to that, because the reference to your link in your profile encourages people to check out whatever you're providing the link to. Additionally, you want to tell people what you're asking them to check out. People don't like to click on a random URL when they don't know what it'll reference. They want to know whether the article focuses on the subject they're interested in. They also want details included in the post so that they know your account has not been hacked and that the link is not a virus. By the same token, that means you don't want to include in your post that you're in grad school or a master's program or that this article is your homework. Remember, you're a journalist now. You're more than halfway done with your master's degree. So when you use social media to promote your journalistic work, be proud of it and promote it with professionalism, not as if you're just a student. One thing you'll always want to avoid when using social media to promote your publications is using the publication's headline as your social media caption for an Instagram photo. There are 2 reasons you don't want to do this. Number 1, you want to avoid repetition so that people who see your social media post and click on the link to your article aren't bored with your writing before they even start reading your article. And number 2, you want to create an engaging social media post that starts a digital conversation. which will not be effectively done with a fact-based headline. Just please keep in mind that you can't include a clickable hyperlink in your photo description on Instagram. So you'll have to put the link in your profile, and then in your photo description, you should direct people to click on the link in your profile. Naturally, since you're using social media to promote your work as a writer and as a professional, you want to ensure that you're proofreading your profile information and each of your Instagram posts extremely carefully. Even though social media encourages a relaxed atmosphere, you still need to use proper grammar when posting to any social media site in order to show your friends that you are credible and you're a strong writer. Instagram is a platform that many of you are probably somewhat familiar with already. However, I encourage you to experiment with Instagram this month. Add journalists you admire and experts in the subject your capstone project focuses on. Engage in conversations with expert sources by commenting on their posts and sending them messages. Also, post your own photos so that you can get used to sharing the link to your website effectively and determining when as well as how you receive the most engagement from your followers. And naturally, if you need help with navigating the Instagram platform, then feel free to reach out to your course director, the Instagram Help Center, or the numerous Instagram tutorials that are posted on lynda.com, which you can access for free through FS Connect. These techniques we've discussed are some of the ways journalists can use Instagram to curate content as well as promote their work. Moving forward, try to force yourself to use Instagram for professional purposes. With time and practice, you'll get used to doing that, and it'll simply become an automatic part of your routine as a journalist. Thank you for listening, and good luck successfully using Instagram.